And we're live. We're here now. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, welcome back to Slay the Princess, where nothing matters and everything matters, where it's a horror game and a love story, all at the same time. I don't know what the hell is going on, but we did play a little bit earlier, a little bit yesterday. We got to one perspective, and we need more perspectives. So we are now kind of starting over, but not really. My character doesn't remember anything, but I, as a player, remember everything. So nothing matters and everything matters. Yeah, and we're a bird, I guess? I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna load game. And they do have a bunch of files here, so like I can save in the... What the... Oh, automatic saves. Anyway, you should have remembered all that. You guys didn't. It's kind of sad. But anyway, we're able to save like in the middle of what we're doing, and if we decide to make a different decision, we can go back and change it. But I'm not about that. I don't agree with that. I think that's dumb. I don't believe in free will like that. You make one decision and one decision only, and you move on and deal with it. The only decision that you have is the... That was dramatic. The only decision that you have is the one you were always going to make. We do not have free will in this situation. Or in any... Well, I guess in this situation, I could just go back, but I chose not to because I'm better than that. Whew! Anyway, back into it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess.
You're here to slay her.
Yep.
If you don't,
The drama.
it will
LMAO.
be
Yes,
the
drama.
end of the world.
The end of the world. Hitting tab on your keyboard or right eye. Wait, what's RI? On a controller. Wait, what's right? Right I. Or right L? Is that supposed to be L? Or L? Wait, that's left. That doesn't. Okay, whatever. I don't have a controller. Slay if you don't, it'll be the end of the world. And the world... Have you considered, sir, that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I don't think so.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I don't know.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this
Apparently
point.
not.
If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Uh-huh.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Nah. Do I get some kind of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Not a damn clue. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore that annoying little voice
Oh,
who
okay.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. He seems kind of intelligent.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Convenient.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin. Sheesh.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
Splendidly.
Warning, before you go any further.
Before I go any
She
further,
will lie,
she will lie,
and
she will cheat, and she will do
in her power to
everything
stop you from
in her
slaying
power to stop me
Don't
from
believe
slaying her.
a word she says.
Don't believe a word she says. I don't know, man. I kind of want to believe a word she's gonna say.
Fortunately, she's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and talented warrior.
Talented.
It'll be easy, so long as you stay
What are my
focused.
credentials? How do you know that I'm a valiant and talented warrior? Prove it. Where's my certification? Did I take a CTE course? I don't think so.
We can't just go through with this and listen to him.
That's what I'm saying.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Proceed to the cabin. What choices are we gonna make this time?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Uh-huh.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Epic.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I'm just gonna enter the basement. Last time we took the blade and that kind of opened up a wheel thing. So I wonder what happens if we just enter the basement. I don't need a blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, there are people yelling outside my window. They can't see me that my blinds are shut, but still.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Oh, so.
Hello?
Ooh.
Is someone there?
Okay.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Damn, you fell in love quickly.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So, okay, so we don't
You're
take the blade.
playing a
Voice is
dangerous
slightly
game by
different.
coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on
You
ya.
are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here.
Ah.
I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Interesting.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay
I don't know.
focused.
She killed me in
Not
another
right
life, but what happens if I choose peace this time?
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Fair enough. What's your name?
Oh.
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
This is a very dramatic difference from last time. Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
It's like those ankle biter dogs that people have whose names are Princess. It's Princess Princess. That's the name of the dog. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Your survival? Okay.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
It's true. I don't like that option. I don't like that one either. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
Only making this more difficult.
Shut up, narrator.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
You're making a huge mistake.
Nuh-uh.
No, you're doing the right thing.
I don't know. What is the right thing?
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I don't know. I'm pretty strong.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
She's got a window,
They
though.
wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
They might have. You never know. Maybe it's behind her. Has she tried looking behind her? Yeah, I'm gonna check upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Well, it's not like you can leave.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding
Oh.
into place.
So someone was behind me.
Is someone else here?
Try
You
the
try
door.
the door, but it's locked from the outside.
It's just a wooden door. Just break it. Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Ooh.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I can't help but feel you had something to do with this, Mr. Narrator. Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
For whom?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I don't know about that.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh my god!
Hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her
Wow!
lung with the determination
That
of a
escalated
trapped wolf.
quickly.
As
Okay.
she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
She's not okay.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
I am
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into
Ugh.
her flesh.
Ugh.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Ew.
Her limb
Oh.
falls to the ground,
Disgusting.
and the heavy chains follow suit.
What I missed? We're saving the princess instead of slaying the princess.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
She just bit her own arm off, and I got a knife, and then I cut through the rest of it.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, that's psychopathic behavior.
She
right there.
smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
I don't think the word rhythmically was needed
How
there,
is
but
she
okay.
still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, you're not sane. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Then why didn't you kill her yourself?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh! Slay the princess, slay the prince. Oh. Oh! There's a warn her option? Is that the only other one? Okay, warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Actively trying not to.
Your body
Ah!
lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
That's what that sounded like.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Oh, it's all the same thing. Ooh, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
A cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
You've met me like a minute ago. How? What?
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm winning.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I'm sorry, what?
She
What?
plunges it into your chest,
What?
tearing through flesh and sinew.
What?
It is
What?
agony.
What?
But you aren't dead yet.
Why are you killing me? I didn't even do anything.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
This is a very different person that we dealt with the
Stay
first time around.
strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Jeez, what is with all you simps? What
For
the hell?
her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I don't know about that. The door is still locked. She
Whatever.
can't leave.
she sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
W.
I'm sorry.
Literally, Belen.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she's been trapped here for God knows how long.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered
Rivulets?
cheeks.
That's a word?
It can't just end like this.
Apparently it just ended like
Right.
that.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
I died. Chapter 2, The Damsel. Interesting. Okay. So
You're on a path
both
in the
have
woods.
ended with my death.
And at the end of that, you're
Okay, we've already
here
done
to
that.
slay her.
We're already here to slay her. Okay, no. Ooh, I like that one. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Bullshit.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last
Oh.
time, did he?
New
If
voice.
we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
He can hear you, by the way.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. You should know that we and the princess are in love.
Oh.
And the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4? There's only... What? There's 3 of us, and then the narrator.
We'll see about that.
4?
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him
4?
specifically.
Unless he was
Sounds like
including
he's
the
the
narrator.
sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
LMAO, literally Belen.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I guess we'll just proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
Yeah,
She will lie.
yeah.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Okay.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah, just shut up, dude.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior
Oh,
of the cabin
okay.
is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement.
Yeah, whatever. We already knew about that. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
There's a mirror.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean, and it's
Reach
gone.
forward and rub
Interesting.
your hand against the cabin wall.
Will
hope
I
you know
ever
how
be able to look at
ridiculous
a
you
Well,
are.
we look at the mirror in the space in between.
But there
the
was
space
a mirror
beyond?
a
What was
second
it called? I
ago,
don't remember.
and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh, he did say feather, so I guess we are a bird creature. Is the stream running okay? Is everyone getting good things here? Here, let me make sure that it's going okay before we move on. I want to make sure the quality is fine. Oop, I accidentally opened up my windows. It's running okay? It's not like cutting in and out for anyone? Nope. Alright, cool. We're gonna enter the basement. No blade. We're choosing peace this route.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
Maybe we should have
The
taken a
basement
knife.
almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice is somehow even more beautiful than last time.
This guy's a dork.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
True.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Bullying behavior, for real.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
Why can't she hear them?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Okay, but she remembers, and we remember. We remember the most. The narrator, I think, also remembers the most, and then it's the princess. But, I don't know. She's missing a hand. Is she still missing her
Did you
hand?
hear that? She said we're dashing.
That is the only thing he
She
heard.
called us a hero.
That is the only thing he heard.
Flattery really goes a long way, doesn't it?
I agree with that.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
Incontrovertible.
You've been here before.
I'm gonna say that in my everyday life now.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
That is true.
Well,
Well, she did.
She killed us.
And there it is.
Only
Okay.
because he made us try and kill her.
That's
it was
true.
self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
That doesn't seem healthy, but okay.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
True.
What matters
We don't get
is you
second
have a
chances.
chance to do it right this time.
Nope.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
True.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Second chance?
This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Okay.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
That's true.
We never saw a world end.
That's
Now
also
I'm
true.
even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I mean, I'm not taking any of his words into consideration, but I'm definitely not listening to you because the other way didn't seem to work out as well. So, although all three attempts that I have done on chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 of the first episode, and then chapter 1 of just recently, have all ended in my death. So I don't really know what to do. Maybe we'll live this time. I didn't bring a knife to have to cut you again. You killed me last time and it hurt. Why'd you do that? It was extremely unfair, huh? Oh, yes. I'm gonna say this one. I have to ask. Did you end the world you killed me back after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Why is she... Okay, interesting.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Okay.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
What? How is that a confession? Honestly, the world sucks. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Ah, okay.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I don't know about. Okay.
Not so sure.
That's true. I agree with that. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. That didn't really explain anything. Yeah. I want to see what happened. Yeah, I'm gonna say this one. I'm so sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely
Another
unfair.
version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
Good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Yay.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
It is true.
That's because she's perfect.
Okay.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Bullshit, first of
I
all.
think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I agree with that. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
It was your hand, first of all. But it also doesn't look like you have a hand anymore. Can't you just slide it
We
out?
won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her
Hand,
right out
singular.
with no harm done.
There's only one hand there,
What?
my friend.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch me.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
That is a little weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Okay. I'm gonna rescue the
No.
princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try
Titanic.
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh, she does have
You
her hand
approach the
back.
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
Why couldn't she have done that?
We're doomed.
Why did I have to be the one to do that?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Okay.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you.
Let's
Thank
not be
you so
hasty.
much.
It's still early.
The princess jumps up
Oh.
and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Ugh.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world?
I do want to end the world.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
How do we know that's the actual truth? You've given me no evidence. No evidence.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
If you want to leave, then let's leave.
Sounds perfect.
Ah, women.
The princess takes your hand, the last
Okay.
hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Epic.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually.
That's-
Look, I have
yeah, I
my
have to
doubts,
agree
but
with
the
the
choice
narrative.
has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Why doesn't he take over like last time?
The princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Epic.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
That's true. We were
She's
supposed
right.
to do that.
It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Okay.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
The
it.
power of friendship.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
I'm starting to like the narrator.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
That's funny.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing
Enjoying
that.
this, aren't you?
Yep.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I get that a lot.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
Oh, okay.
and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh,
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold.
ew, what the fuck is that
Is
thing?
being
Kill it?
happy supposed to be
no.
so cold?
I tried it last time, and it only ended in my death. So, we are going the peaceful route.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay. Oh! Well, sounds like we found a new perspective. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Oh, maybe we should. I'm gonna do this.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Okay. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. Oh, they're gone once again. The mirror will always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, you've grown. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
So we only went 2 chapters this time, as opposed to the 3. Fascinating. Okay. The same as you were before. How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay, that made no sense, but okay. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are
Oh, I'm sorry.
difficult for
Oh,
me.
that feels. Now I kind of
I
feel kind
never
of bad.
fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers,
Oh, okay.
then you need not ask me questions.
Well, yeah, you know what? That's fair.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Fascinating. I don't like that one. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
That makes no sense.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Okay.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
See? The only decision I was ever going to make was the decision I was always supposed to make. There is no free will. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. You will only make the decisions that you were always meant to make. There is no free will. Thank you, game. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? Oh, really? Oh, wait, so if I had tried the same thing, it would have resulted in a different... Whoa.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay, so if I had tried to go bring the knife down, I would have had a different result. Fascinating. This game is so intricate. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I didn't get that dialogue last time. I didn't get to ask her what did you thought.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I'm not mourning, I'm just confused. Yeah, how many more vessels do I need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky,
Okay.
and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
W. Glad that's my job. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
That's fair.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I'm ready to go back. I don't have any more questions.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Ooh, a loving vessel bring the damsel to her. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so now we're on go around 3. And I know I'd said I'd stop it at the end of every, new perspective, but that last one was pretty short. While the other one, it took me, a whole hour to get through one perspective. It took me about 30 minutes to get through that one. So, we're gonna keep going.
You're here
I have time.
to slay her.
Yeah, whatever. We already explained. We already did that. Let's just... Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
It's all part of the job.
Yeah, whatever.
A warning.
Yeah,
We're not going to
yeah.
go through with this, right?
Yeah.
Ignore him.
Yeah. Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and ablaid.
Yeah. We're gonna take the blade this time. I'm gonna take
You
it
take
this
the
time.
blade from the table.
Enter the basement. We now have a
The
blade.
door to the basement
Creaks
creaks her
open.
voice.
Whatever.
She sounds dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let it fool you.
Okay, so that's just the same. I'm gonna continue down
Good.
the stairs.
You're still listening to
I'm
Reese.
not gonna say anything. We're just gonna go down, see what happens. Girlfriend's texting me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Okay.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly.
Focus on the task.
Yeah,
And
he's
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, very different demeanor. Fascinating. No, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles
Yeah,
out.
we heard that one
Thank
already.
you.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Okay.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I'm going to need it. We'll see.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship. Okay, what have I not done? Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Nope. Well, yes, you're supposed to end the... Yes, I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Okay, so this is still pretty much the same thing as the first episode. How is it
Her
different?
sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I mean, whatever works is whatever works.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I don't know. I have reasons to just think. I've been told things, I'm not sure. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? I didn't like
That
that laugh.
laugh.
Ah!
I think I'm in love.
I don't like the face. How are you in love with that?
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Okay. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Fair
Note
enough.
the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Can't trust you either. Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Because we've already tried picking up the knife. Okay, so we dropped the knife, picked up the knife. Well, okay, dropped the knife, talked to her, pick up the knife, and tried to kill her, which only ended in my death. She didn't die, I died. Which led us down the whole thing of killing a god, but that's besides the point. We have not tried dropping the knife, talking to her, picking up the knife, and freeing her. We could go in, maybe another round, and just come in and just start stabbing, and just kill her immediately. No talk, just stab, but we'll
You
see.
walk
I don't
up to
know.
the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Okay.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here
It's
intended
true.
for her to never see the light
I'm
of
gonna
day.
go up the stairs and the door's gonna be
wouldn't have
locked. Thurston, Nikki, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Okay.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I suppose if she's been down here for so long, she wouldn't mind.
If we were stuck down here for long enough,
well,
I'm sure
there you
we'd
go.
be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Well,
anything to finally be free.
the voice of the hero is just my own inner monologue, I guess.
You attempt to make your way out
Yeah,
of the
there it
basement,
is.
but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
W.
Is someone else here?
I'll just return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier.
Yeah, whatever.
Easier for whom?
Yeah,
Easier
whatever.
for everyone.
Not me.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Little demanding, but okay.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
Ah, gross.
you place the blade against
Yeah.
you cut into
Yeah.
her. The blade
It
is
works,
sharp,
it's
and you make
fine,
quick-
yep.
She didn't so much as utter a... Free from her bindings, the princess
She's
turns
not
to face
smiling
you.
this time.
Fierce gaze meet. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
I don't like this. I don't like it. Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I just
Okay, we're
can't
back
let
here.
her as the princess. Wait, watch me.
Okay, so... Oh, the only option this time is to warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too...
Oh!
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade.
Okay.
Stop it.
Okay. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Now.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh.
She steps forward and pries the...
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh, I'm certain of it.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical...
Okay, so this time she knows how to use the blade. This is weird. Okay.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
W, I'm dead again. Every ending has ended in my death.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Not really. I kind of keep dying. The prisoner. Okay, not the damsel, the prisoner.
You're on a path
Yep,
here.
yep. Okay. Okay, now.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is... Don't forget what he did to us the last
Oh, the skeptic's
time around.
back. Okay.
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here. For us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, you know I can hear you. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
Those are two very different...
Yeah,
Let's
whatever,
feel-
whatever.
Any, what do you... Yes, but if it's the lab, do you think
Okay,
the
so
people...
we've already had this.
No, I'm...
Proceed. Let's just proceed. Let's just proceed. That's the...
she will lie. Yes, yes, don't believe a word she says. Did you just say wink out loud?
Oh, I missed that. That would have been funny. You said
No, I
wink out
didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a
different this
cozy
time.
woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table,
There is a
bolted to the
window.
floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Whole different cabin this
Very
time.
different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely. Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the bed. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Yep, nothing.
But there was a... and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be
whatever.
important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Okay,
Maybe
this
it'll be
is
back.
where I don't know what to do. Do I take the blade this time, resulting in a similar thing? Or what happens if I just enter the basement this time around? I'm just gonna enter. I'm not gonna take the blade this
afraid
time.
I'm going to insist
I'm
we
gonna-
take the blade.
Oh.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure, and I've already got a plan for that.
I'm sure
Still
you
with
do,
those
buddy.
past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a
We
weapon.
only decided to de-arm the princess, literally.
Peachy. We'll be fine. Okay.
What's the big
Normally,
idea?
yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as
I
well.
can't even say, don't take the knife? What?
Exactly that.
Rude.
Sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
It's true.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement
Okay.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. Her
Yeah.
voice.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Okay.
Does she remember us?
I bet she does.
You walk down
Oh!
the stairs and
That
lock
is
eyes with the princess.
Violently
She looks
different.
up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands
She gonna
in
say,
her
like,
lap.
welcome back or something?
So much for cutting her out of here.
New prison, yes.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
It's true, we can't really do that.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That is true. Like, would that one be, like, around her waist or something? Like, I don't even know what that one would be for.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
This one? No.
It was.
What? What are you guys talking about? There was a broken chain on that wall. There was one chain connected to her wrist, and then there was another one that was supposed to be connected to her wrist, but it was broken. Like, there wasn't a shackle at the end of it.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. You see how she's like, it's like I'm gonna leave her. You know what? No, we're gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she
This
stops you
feels
before you get too
unnecessary.
close, holding up one shackled hand.
Do I have to listen to that?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Fair enough. I am the one holding the
That's
knife.
reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I need to put myself at ease here. I'm gonna sit where I'm told to sit, though. I don't see she can't really attack me, so I don't see the issue in this.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
I would have stood or like leaned up against the wall. I don't think I would have sat down, but
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
it happened after I died last time.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again.
So you
More of
can't
them.
leave. At least you can't leave without me. Interesting.
And now you're back.
W.
Is that really all she knows?
I think so.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Potentially.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I don't think so. I think this is all the truth there.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why.
Because, like,
or how.
what good does it do her to lie to me right now?
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated.
Oh. This is complicated things.
It's complicated things. How, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals?
Did we talk about this last time?
We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
How'd that go for you?
And maybe...
Ah, no! And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
That is a little pathetic.
I never said I wasn't.
That's also true.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
I agree with the skeptic here.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
I also agree with the narrator. That seems about
Your
right.
success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I don't.
I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about
That's true.
that.
You've been very talkative, Mr. Narrator, dude.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
That's true. I've been arguing with my schizophrenic voices. The chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I don't want to.
Maybe it'll fit.
It probably would, and that's what I'm terrified of.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I kind of want to inspect the shackle. Why is he being weird about it? What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your
If
only
I
weapon.
just give it to her and step back, what is she gonna do? She can't release herself from this. And even if she does, I could try to intervene.
Though
I
if
think
she
it'd be
isn't
fine.
bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Could be. I don't know.
That doesn't sound great.
Sounds like I get a second
What
chance.
about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Could be. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it?
Okay, that felt a
Why are you here?
little ridiculous to ask now, but okay.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I
Ish,
suppose
I
you
don't
could
know.
just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I'm gonna inspect the
I
shackle.
wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
I just am
He
inspecting
doesn't want us
it.
to
I'm
look
not
at it.
freaking.
That's all the reason
I-
we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
I'm gonna let it go. It sounds like if I go to the shackle, I'm gonna put myself in the shackle. And I don't want that, so I'm gonna let it go.
Good. Forget you ever saw it.
Okay.
Nice try, but I won't. Specifically because you told me to.
Oh, I like this guy. You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
That I believe.
I'm extremely patient.
Also believe that.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
True. I'm gonna give her the knife. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna trust her. I'm gonna give her the
Slide
knife.
it over.
I think I trust her here. I'm gonna give her the
No.
knife.
Absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Right? Oh, you've already tried to take it.
Angry grumbling. That's awesome.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She pulls up her hair,
Oh!
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
Oh no.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word
Oh.
as she cuts into her own neck.
Oh. I'm gonna watch like a freak. I feel like if I turn
Her
away,
eyes
something is
stare
gonna
forward,
happen.
unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Disgusting.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
I don't think she's got another option
So that's her play.
to kill
Killing
herself.
herself?
Yeah,
She isn't dead yet.
that's also true.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Okay.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Okay.
The remaining
Oh!
tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
If it starts speaking to me, I'm gonna be disgusted.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
What?
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Well, all right.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What?
No.
No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
I mean, I guess, but that's weird.
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I'm not taking the princess with me. I am leaving. That is weird.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Okay, whatever makes you feel better, buddy.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Okay.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
It is true.
The door. Check the door.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Okay.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
It's true.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay.
Quite the reward.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I'm not inclined to do so.
Like hell it is.
So when we get a better ending to
This
saving
isn't
the
an
world.
ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I don't know, I get bored really easily and I don't like being bored, so...
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest we do then?
Have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Okay.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Why does everything have to end in my death? Why can't I live? Whatever.
Goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun, actually.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
Ooh. You cheeky bastard.
That's all we needed to hear.
It's like it can hear me.
You raise the blade,
Oh!
then drive it into your heart.
Ouch!
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die.
Youch!
You're a genocidal maniac, you know that,
I
right?
know it.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We will. Ooh, we get a third chapter. Okay, chapter 3, the Gray.
You're on a path
Whoa.
in the woods.
See,
This does not look like
that
the
wasn't
woods.
so bad. And now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things.
Ah.
Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to
Voice of
pull
the
once
cold.
you stop feeling.
That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay?
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
Okay.
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific.
I did it again. Scientific rigor.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
Yes. Well, no. For this go around, yes. But in general, no.
It's our third. What gave it away?
Oh, it's our third.
Your open discussions.
What? What? You can hear those? Since when?
The last time we were here.
No, I did it again. God damn it. The last time you were here, you were in full-blown denial about the possibility of us restarting. What changed? Have you been pretending to forget? Have you just been pretending? Whatever.
I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
W.
So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. You say that, but we didn't have to do anything last time. She slew herself. It was nauseating.
That's for sure.
Yes. She cut off her head, and now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. She cut off her head? Her head? Without you doing anything?
I mean, we did give her the knife.
Yes. Then why, pray tell, are you here? Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves.
That we did. Proud of it.
Why?
It was fun.
Because you thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward.
Or what he said.
Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We weren't. We were bored. You were bored. I was just unhappy.
That's true.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
Also true.
It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
Yep.
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
Yeah.
The world doesn't stay saved if you die.
How so?
And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead. Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her.
Yeah, it wasn't... It's raining. It wasn't raining last time, or the time before that. The whole path is different.
Yes, things are different, aren't they?
True.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
I don't believe that.
Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know?
He doesn't know what we've been through.
No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is the best her influence can conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is still a corpse.
That is true. Just wet. Yeah, whatever happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of
Yeah.
What we do is entirely.
Yep.
We have all those mysteries to unravel.
Yep,
Isn't
that's
it?
right.
You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world.
See, every time saving the world has ended in my death. Okay. The voice of the cold is spooky. Love it. Yeah, he's
That's
awesome.
what you say. But how can we be sure? We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us.
I like him. He's funny. W voice actors, I think they're all the same dude, except for the princess. Pretty sure it's all the same dude.
Okay, but
They all kind of sound the same,
should
just a different
care
inflection.
about the fate of the world. Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important. Is it? Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real.
It's true.
Of course it's real. Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Yep.
Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Proceed.
As soon as you enter the
Whoa,
cabin, you're
whoa.
struck by an overwhelming scent of decay.
What the
of
hell?
Mold and death and
What
stagnant
the
water.
hell?
The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction,
Ew.
all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
There is a ghost.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you.
Yep, it's right there.
There is a figure, faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the
Yeah,
wall.
she right there.
Is that her?
Yeah.
It's like she isn't even there.
Well, she is.
See? We killed her.
I have a sneaking suspicion if she's going to kill us.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you
And
can
she's
make a
gone.
move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind
There's
the
no
door on the
knife.
far side of the room. The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. It's just that damn mirror again.
Yeah.
Yes, the mirror that he can't see.
She was upstairs. She's not anymore, Jester.
Mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
There's no table or pristine blade.
Maybe it's gone because she already killed herself
Oh,
with it.
shit. I missed that part. Oh, well.
But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too?
True.
Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue.
That
We've
is also
seen
true.
what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. Still so hazy. We should try and clean it off.
We've tried that.
Yes. Trying to touch it does seem to be the magic spell to get it out of our way.
Very
Maybe
true.
it won't disappear this time and we'll
It
finally
will.
get a good look at ourselves.
We won't.
We should explore every option.
I won't. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward
Door.
and place your hand on the door to the basement. Yeah, we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement
Oh!
groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I think we have a lot to talk about.
Receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? Don't
How?
like being here unarmed after what
We
happened
did
last
what
time.
she
I feel
wanted.
so
We gave her the blade.
exposed. She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset.
I have a feeling you're wrong.
You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot she
As you
can
descend
do.
the final step,
Oh!
the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her
She has a
wrist
head.
still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
Did you be scared of women, though? Aren't you?
This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is.
No, she's dead.
Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door.
Well, lovely.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead.
Oh, good.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Okay.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table. Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back
Oh.
here after what you did.
I didn't do anything!
You were supposed to take me with you. Didn't I ask you for help? This isn't help.
You killed yourself! I didn't even kill you! You killed yourself!
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence. Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it? It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Well, always the explorer, that guy.
Bad, I bet.
I also bet
I
that.
don't think dying ever feels good.
Well, that's an argument for another time.
Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it.
Outstanding.
How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Match me out. Are you trying to kill me?
You're killing yourself.
Oh, is it because I let you kill yourself? You're gonna let me kill myself.
The water is rising faster now. It's flowing in from some unseen place, and judging by the height of the algae on the stairs, it has no intention of stopping anytime soon. You feel it creeping up your back, so cold that it steals the very warmth from your flesh, leaving a smothering numbness in its place. Are you really just going to stand there and let yourself die? Yeah, let's think. Where is it coming from? It's coming from some unseen place. Does it really matter where it's coming from? Because I can feel it rising. I don't think we have much time to sleuth. Yes, it matters. Maybe we can find a way out. Maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. This is just a puzzle. We can solve it.
I don't think so, buddy.
Some things aren't puzzles to be solved. Sometimes you're doomed from the start. Most people are. Yes, most people are doomed, but in case you need reminding, everyone will be doomed forever unless you stop her.
Let's rush to the door.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps.
Okay.
The door bursts open,
Oh.
a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall. You come to a moment
Am I
later,
not dead?
suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold. I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out. Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
I'm so glad.
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her.
Ew.
The body you found floating when you first arrived.
Well, she has a
its
head.
hand
That's
is locked
interesting.
around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think, like we should have been doing all along. But there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless. as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your lungs filled with water,
I drowned.
the same your mind filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Oh, okay, now we're back to the in-between, I guess. But your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that...
Why are you the only one that remains? It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
And it will.
Right.
Oh, he's back.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Thanks for the update, pal.
Not comfort them.
It's true. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
I don't think you should. That's a terrible idea.
Feels too good to be true.
Very true.
Whatever makes you happy.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Withered, yeah.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Yeah, no, because it seems like a different person, so not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Okay. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll be when you finish?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, my awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of self-knowledge.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Lovely. I'm good. Ready to go
I
back.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. Everything goes dark, and you die. A mournful vessel bringing the drowned Grey to her. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
Your Honor?
But we are going to save there, and that will be it for now. Because I have done 2, which is more than I said I would, but the first one was short, and the second one was long. So we're a little over than I anticipated, and I need to use the bathroom, and I'm hungry. So, that'll be it for today. I will probably do this again tomorrow or later this week, but we will probably finish it this week. But in the meantime, thank you all for hanging out.